hold on, let me get Rosie's score.
I mean, I know Coy's pick.
It's got a high ass fucking score.
Yeah,
Damn.
I have my reason for my score just because I think it would be. I'll go into it. Why? Let me know when you started yours on your end.
I can start now, and then you can do whenever. Gotta switch it to my Discord.
No problem. Uh,
What is up, everybody?
and hello there, dear viewers. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. It is the dear UG here with the man, the myth, the Packers legend himself. So, big Super Bowl show, ladies and gentlemen. This was supposed to be last night, but as we know, the PSN got down with the sickness. You fuckers come on, get down with the sickness. But I'm going to say this before we get to all the other sports news and the firings from WWE or releases and our picks. All you motherfuckers crying and complaining and saying, I can't play Fortnite, I can't play Madden, I can't play Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Get a dick! Because either you need to get a dick in your pussy or you need a dick in your mouth, okay?
Wow.
I had no problem last night. Why? Because I have a lot of one-player games. I played Lego Harry Potter. I played Death Wish Enforcers. You know, I played a puzzle game where I look at anime titties and got the platinum for that this morning. You know, I feel a lot of you need to have more one-player games in your collection just in case this happens, you know, and I'm old enough to remember. I know, Travis, you are. Dave, you might. I think you may remember this, and anybody watching might remember this. Back in 2011, I think it was, when PlayStation was down for 24 plus days. And I'm honest, I played Mortal Kombat, the Sly Cooper trilogy. You know, I was playing one-player games, you know, playing against the AI, training and getting better. Some of you probably should have did that same motherfucking thing, okay?
No, people are too worried about playing this game because they think they're good at it, and they're not. And they think they make money off of it, and they don't.
Thing. A lot of you motherfuckers who just enjoy co-op games only would have not survived the Sega Genesis or the N64 or the PS1 era, because if you wanted to do co-op, you actually had to go to the motherfucking person's house. And some of you, I think I've come to the conclusion, don't like human beings.
I guess we got to know that because we said Roblox and Fortnite. But okay, I play Fortnite from time to time. Suck at it, but you know what? It's okay.
We know I do not play that game.
Angel, I forgive you for now. Which also, I'm going to give her a early birthday shout out. Her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday, Angel. Hope it goes good, depending on who you're cheering for in the Super Bowl. But let's talk about...
Probably not.
Trust me, I'm not watching it either. I'm doing it. I got a big game I'm streaming tomorrow that's going to be so much fun. But
I'm gonna watch it with beer.
Oh, what? Me or the Super Bowl?
Both.
Yeah. And I'm just going to say this now because I'm going to repeat myself tomorrow. Anyone who watches my stream tomorrow, do not comment about the game in the section. Do not mention the score or anything, because I do not give a fuck. I'd rather have my penis chopped off before I watch the game tomorrow, okay?
So, Dave, you know the deal. What? Blow his top and tell him every time they score and give him the score.
Yeah. But let's get to a lot of the news we've had this week and over the weekend. Trust me, I'm still mad about a few things. I actually get to mention my Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, we won today, but that was not the thing that took the thing that took over. If you did not see it or hear it, Mavericks fans were protesting at the game, saying sell the team, or chanting bring back Lukovic. A lot of us are still pissed we traded him. A lot of people are mad at Antonio Davis, which he should not get the blame. You know, it wasn't his decision. But what makes it even worse, Jason Kidd admitted that he didn't know to the 11th hour. You mean to tell me the head coach of your team, you didn't let him know you were trading your best player, your star player, into the 11th hour? I know Mark Cuban doesn't have majority of the team ownership anymore, but Mark Cuban and the GM, whoever it is, do me a favor. Pretend you're part of the Michio family from Tekken, and let Hihashi throw you both into a fucking volcano, you dumb sons of bitches.
And the funny thing was that Luka just bought a house,
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's what makes
fucked
me more
up.
mad more than anything. But let's talk about some of the issues we need to talk.
Oh, what's up, what's up, Bax?
Oh, how back's on your end? Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the whole article that has everyone who got fired. No one cares about the Bella twins. Okay, so first one who got let go. There was a lot of wrestlers who got let go or got released. Is Miss Dawn, who was a former women's tag team champions multiple times. She got released today, which sucks. I'm like, of course they let one of the beautiful women go, who actually is the only reason I would watch SmackDown when she was on it. So no more reason to watch SmackDown. I don't think that's a surprise.
No.
Cedric Alexander got let go, which that one not a surprise. I mean, he is talented, but let's be honest. After the Hurt business broke up, he kind of pretty much became a jobber. Blair Davenport, that one, I hate to say this, I'm not surprised because she was only on TV, 3 times on SmackDown and then disappeared?
She didn't sucky good enough.
Paul Heyman got let go, but that was because he was a manager with AOP. Sonya Deville got let go, which that one surprised me because she was just in the Royal Rumble match. Her and her faction were the big threat in the women's match, but...
They never really used her since she was, the general manager for that one time?
Yeah.
But you remember, she was going through trial with that guy Stalker man, too,
Well, that ended.
That was, too.
Didn't she go to AEW or whatever for a while?
She'll probably go to AEW or anything, or TNA, and then come back.
You're thinking of Naomi's.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm referring that she'll do the same thing, because, I'm sure WWE's telling a few of these guys that, hey, go somewhere else, get better, do what Cody and Drew McIntyre did, after they left, got big and main event somewhere else, and then came back and became main event stars. That's what I think they're going to do, but we'll see what happens. And I keep forgetting, this one's not a surprise because I didn't even know he was still in the company. The bald-headed dude from Imperium who got kicked out. I don't remember his name. Da Vinci, yeah.
Leonardo.
I don't think anybody gave a fuck about him being cut or released. So
he lost one match to Apollo Crews and then he left.
Yeah, that should tell you something. You lost to Apollo Crews, who's been on NXT. So blah. But in some good news today for us college basketball fans, one of our greatest commentators came back today for his first game. So,
Big Patel.
Yep, welcome back. It was so good to hear his voice before we started this. I actually watched a little bit of the game. It felt so good to hear his voice because he is the voice of all of us who grew up watching college basketball for all these years. So, trust me.
Sure.
Yep. I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but after hearing that voice, I will be honest, I cried a bit because it's like, at least we still have one of our guys I grew up with. Because we know Gumbo, we won't hear him come March Madness, which is going to be bittersweet. And all that.
That black dude, did ESPN, the black dude, what was his name? Scott.
Scott.
That was another one years ago. Speaking, unfortunately, of timely deaths, because we have to talk about it, but at least she got to see her team beat the Packers one last time, and I only mention that because of who it is.
Shut up.
For the Bears owner passed away a few days ago. So, my condolences to her, and her family on that one, and all Bears fans around the world, because I know, you lost enough, because you don't know who's going to own the team now. I don't know who's taking over. I don't even know.
Williams.
Oh, God. I don't even know what they're going to do now for the draft, because, usually the owners kind of have a set plan, but we'll have to see if the Bears change anything in their draft or anything like that. And as you can tell, yes, we are storming because we know we want to talk about the Super Bowl that much. By the way, Duke and Clemson are tied 49-49.
How when Clemson isn't that good?
Yeah, it's the ACC. No one cares. Clemson actually just
Shit,
took the
my
lead.
team's my team's on top. My team's number one in the
I
country
don't know what
right
I give
now.
a fuck about Duke. They'll lose in an NCAA tournament.
Nah.
Put money on
Probably.
it.
What favorite to win that? Actually, what favorite to win?
Nah. Auburn's
Uh,
home.
And
Okay.
Mississippi State is barely beating Georgia 76-73. Games that went final today. Florida beat Auburn 90-81. Tennessee beat Oklahoma
Oh, damn.
70-52. Houston beat Colorado 69-59. Iowa State won 82-52. Michigan State beat Oregon 86-74. Texas A&M barely got by number 15 Missouri 67-64. Marquette got upset by the Creighton Blue Jays 77-67. Kentucky beat South Carolina 80-57. Kansas
No.
State upsetted Kansas 81-73. Wisconsin beat Iowa 74-63. And Illinois beat Minnesota 95-74. And Michigan won 70-67 over Indiana. We do have a few other ranked teams playing today. And unfortunately, my Notre Dame Fighting Irish lost to Virginia Tech today.
Yeah.
That one made me sad a bit.
What was the score?
I think it was like only a 2 or 3 point win for Notre. Yeah, it was a 2-point win for Tech, 65-63.
Haha.
But I know Notre Dame. We're not going to be much in men's basketball for a while. Our women's team is way better. I get to say that because it's true. I'm sure everyone's like, get to the Super Bowl pick. No, we are delaying the inevitable because
Wow.
nobody wants to fucking talk about it. So shut up, if everybody on the end of Travis and Dave's stream, because no one's commented on mine yet.
I don't think anybody like cares of mine. Because
No.
it's Patty Mahomes.
Yeah.
Kermit, AKA Kermit. Oh, so I got to tell you a story. So my buddy I work with, he's an Eagles fan. I mean, a
Right.
Cowboys fan. Sorry, he's a Cowboys fan like you. He is the Chiefs because he can't pick the Eagles, of course. And then he told me when the Chiefs win and Patrick Mahomes kneels down for the final time that he hopes he breaks all his bones and dies.
Damn. Because we got to mention one thing that one of the Fox commentators, I don't remember his name, but he's kind of becoming the next Skip Bayless on that network, but we'll get to that in a minute. Mavericks.
Olsen, Greg
Olsen?
No, not Greg Olsen. No, Greg Olsen, I actually feel sad for because this would have been the Super Bowl he called before Brady got there. No, it's one of the talking sports heads on one of the sports shows.
Oh.
I have
don't-
no idea then.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. He kind of loves LeBron too much. I know it's not Cowherd because Colin Cowherd's not that much of an idiot. Mavericks beat the Rockets 116-105. The Spurs lead
Nice.
the Magic at halftime 60-57. Wizards are losing to the Hawks 63-58. No motherfucking surprise there because the Wizards suck. Thunder and Grizz.
Give him credit. They try.
I think us three and all our viewers could beat the Wizards, okay? And half of us are using canes to walk. Grizzlies and Thunder
whoa.
just started. Trailblazers and Timberwolves just started. Our Lakers beat the Pacers 124-117. As for tonight, your game on ABC at 8:30 is the Celtics taking on the Knicks on ABC.
Hope the
And-
Celtics lose.
May as well go to hockey,
we're gonna win.
because hey, we like all sports. Too many games being played right now in hockey. Holy shit! So let's just go over the finals, right? The games that went final. Devils beat the Canadiens 4-0. Lightning beat the Red Wings 6-3. The Hurricanes beat Utah 7-3, and the Golden Knights beat the Bruins 4-3. Well, may as well get to the NFL news. So, it was announced a few days ago that Russell Wilson would not be returning to the Steelers.
Sucker.
So I think we can all say where he's going. Say it with me now on the count of 3. 1, 2,
1,
3.
2, 3. Vegas.
The Raiders.
Packers.
The who?
What?
The Broncos.
Davis
The
drunk.
49ers because they need a quarterback.
Nah, we got Brock.
Who?
We got Brock Purdy.
Oh, the system. Got it.
The one that
Oh,
beat
boy,
you
here we
guys
go.
We beat you in the regular season.
Well, that don't count. We beat you guys when it matters. The playoffs.
Did y'all make the playoffs this year?
Nah, we suck. We have.
I think it's safe to say no one's going to want to be put on the Madden cover box this year. Maybe you'll put Kansas City on there so they get hit with the curse. I'm just saying.
Well, Mahomes has already been on it twice.
Yeah, we need Kelsey though. We need Kelsey and Taylor Swift on there because then we can get bad news all the way around.
Nah, when I do my pick, I'm gonna say what I gotta say about Travis Kelsey and somebody else.
Understood there. By the way, congratulations to the Hall of Fame inductees: Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Antonio Gates, and Sterling Sharp. That also makes the Sharp brothers the first brothers to go in to be inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. Which is kind of surprising when you think about that. I'm happy for Antonio Gates. I would say a lot of people are surprised Eli Manning didn't make it, but he'll get in. I just don't think he'll get. He was not going to be a first ballot, but I think Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald, they have to be first ballot automatically.
Damn it!
If they're not, I'm going to be pissed.
Next year, hopefully.
Who'd you say?
Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald, because they can go in next year. If they don't get in on the first try, I'd be shocked. Also, with that being said, Josh Allen won MVP. Congratulations to him. He's the third Bills player to win it.
He should have won. That shit was rigged.
That's
bad for his ass because he can't win a fucking game when it matters in the playoffs.
Oh no, I hate to say this because somebody brought it to my attention on Twitter, and I don't usually look at Twitter, but the guy made a good point. He said, unfortunately for Josh Allen, he's going to be this generation's Peyton Manning, and Mahomes is Tom Brady in the sense of Josh Allen's never going to be able to get past Mahomes, unfortunately, unless there's a year Mahomes is injured.
They released the votes to the public.
Oh, I saw that.
You know why Lamar Jackson lost? Some idiot, and I want to know his name, and I'm going to go find him, picked him fourth.
Yeah, that made no sense when I saw that. I was like, why would you pick him fourth? I mean, I think with this year's...
He had Jaden Daniels ahead of Lamar Jackson.
Which made no sense. I could understand Joe Burrow, maybe, because Joe Burrow, if he was on a...
Burrow, too.
Burrow, I could understand...
He had Saquon at 5.
Yeah, Barkley, which I was shocked Barkley was that low for people. But I think it didn't matter who won. If it was Lamar Jackson, you would have had people complaining. And Josh Allen, I know everyone's complaining as though him and Lamar had the same kind of numbers. But I'm looking at it like this. I feel like, because my vote was for Josh Allen, but I was like, if Josh Allen is not on that Bills team, Bills probably don't make the playoffs. I feel like if the ball's not on the Ravens, you still make the playoffs because you have King Henry. Your backup's not that bad because he's just a Dollar Tree Lamar Jackson.
I will say...
Plus, the most got more talent around him, unfortunately, unlike Josh Allen.
I will say the Bills played better with less talent on the team.
Yeah, I think that's one thing we can... a lot of people, but I know most people don't want to look at that. But because here's the thing, I think let's be honest, if it wasn't for that dropped by the tight end, Bills probably win that game. Granted, there was a lot of questionable calls with the Chiefs, which gets me to the Fox Sports idiot. A lot of sports commentators are like, oh, we don't understand why everyone's hating the Chiefs so much. And one commentator even said no one was hating on the Patriots during their dynasty run.
Yes, we were.
Yes, we fucking were. The difference was back then, you didn't have as many YouTubers, you didn't have Twitch, you didn't have Facebook. MySpace was the more dominant social media thing. Yeah, there's something people forget, MySpace. Because trust me, me and Travis remember MySpace because there was the Cowboys and Redskins that opened up week 1, and we were arguing because I said that should not have been pass interference. You said it was because I think you remember that game because I was livid that whole week.
What's up, guys?
So, but if you don't remember, we hated the Patriots because we always thought they had all these rule changes. And then they did get their hand caught in the cookie jar with the flake gate, and then coming out that one, that they would spy on the other team's practices and whatever. So yeah, we hated the Patriots. The difference was no social media, one, and two. You could say some of the time the referees weren't as blatant with some of their calls like they are now. When the Patriots won or lost, you could at least say, okay, yeah, they lost legitly or they won legitly, depending who they were playing against. Can you say that with the Chiefs this year?
No.
I mean, and I know some Chiefs fans going to comment, we don't get called that often. It's not about the calls. It's about when they happen. Like that one person who was asking Kelsey questions. How does it feel to know one of the games you won was because of a phantom call that benefited you guys? Oh, how
Yeah.
they didn't.
Yes,
how they,
I asked the chat, by the way. I had somebody say "Go Raiders."
Go
Steal
Raiders,
the
huh?
game and say "Go Raiders." Right. Sorry, we're just ranting about
Before we get to the picks.
and the picks.
Because we're trying to
Soldier of Steel, we did say earlier that we think Russell Wilson will go to the Raiders because of Pete Carroll being the head coach now.
I think what's going to happen is Russell Wilson will be there for 2 years, and they'll draft a quarterback who he'll mentor. But, and a lot of people didn't like how the interview, some people asking questions to the Chiefs during the interview thing, who's your favorite referee? Or, how are these calls, that happen to other teams, that hurt them, you don't get called for them. Case in point with the Houston Texans game, they said, the two flops, the two BS roughing the quarterback, and both of them one was questionable, and the other one was two teammates hitting each other, not even hitting Mahomes.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Sorry for the delay. We're just ranting because we really don't want to pick our Super Bowl picks because nobody cares.
Yeah, which, like I said, I'm streaming tomorrow night.
I will follow you back if I haven't followed you already, but I will follow you back after the stream.
I'm hoping I get some people on here, but not tonight, it seems like, but that's fine. I'm sure a lot of people doing other shit, but hopefully tomorrow I can steal some viewers away from the Super Bowl, because I'm not watching it. I'm not even caring for the ads, because I can just watch the ads the next day on Monday on YouTube, so. But we may as well just bite the streaming for 4+ hours. Dear God, help my throat.
So Angel says she's not watching the Super Bowl either. I don't care if she watches. I don't know if she watches it or she doesn't care because of the two teams.
Understood. Now, here's the thing. In my heart of hearts, I want the Eagles to win. Yes, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I want them to win in the sense that they stop the three-peat and Barkley gets his ring that he deserves because he is a great running back. And I hope that happens. But, like we've said all year long, we feel like this is the Chiefs thing. The refs are going to have some kind of dumb shit's going to happen where the refs are going to throw a flag that's going to hurt the Eagles and cause them to lose, and then a few days later, the NFL's going to come out and say, that should have not been a flag, or they're going to say, the Chiefs should have been flagged here, but we're not going to reverse the decision or nothing. Because let's remember,
not a football person.
Good to know. Because here's the thing, Travis Kelce got fined for taunting, but the refs didn't throw the flag for it. Yes, I know the Bills player got fined as well, but it's kind of weird that, I feel like if that would have been Dave's Niners a player taunting somebody, they would have threw the flag. If it was on the Cowboys, they would have threw the flag. If it was the Packers doing a taunting, they would have threw the flag. But no, we can't throw the flag on Travis Kelce. We don't want to make Taylor Swift sad. And that is why I'm picking Kansas City, because I feel like the NFL is enjoying so much of this money from the Swifties.
Yep.
Because the number one selling jerseys, all Kansas City team is the Kansas City Chiefs, but it's because of all the Swifties, which I'm going to be honest here.
Thanks, Joe, guys. I'll follow you back.
I don't think the Swifties could actually name any of the old school Chiefs players from back in the day. Or anything like that. I remember when the Chiefs were actually a good team back in the late 90s, and early 90s, because they had the quarterback who left San Francisco in a trade. They had a good head coach.
Joe Montana.
Yeah, and all that. So there's that. But I'm taking the Chiefs, unfortunately, guys. I hate saying it. I had the score being 30-27 because I have a feeling what's going to happen. Chiefs will line up, throw a kick, get the three-pointer. They'll say Mahomes is MVP. Taylor Swift will come down to hug Kelsey, and then Travis Kelce's going to propose. And then we'll see the wedding between him and Taylor Swift and Kelsey on MTV, VH1, Lifetime, movie theaters, ESPN, the Atari Jaguar, PBS, PAX, the CW. You pretty much know where I'm going with this. So yeah, give me the Chiefs, unfortunately. I know Corey's got the Eagles. He didn't give me a score, but I know he's got the Eagles.
Well, if you get a score, because remember,
I know, double points.
We got double points, so we got 4 points on the line. So I think everybody still has a chance to beat Rosie but me because I don't count.
Yeah, you don't count. But who do you have, Travis?
I told y'all I wasn't going to pick anybody, but I'm going with Kermit the Frog, Patrick Mahomes. I can't pick the Eagles. They beat us in the playoffs. I don't like the fans. I wish they would all blow up.
Oh, you just reminded me.
Give me the Chiefs. And I'm going to say what Buddy said at work. And then I'm going to say what I think is going to happen with Travis Kelce and the other person. He said when Patrick Mahomes kneels down the final time that he breaks every bone and dies.
I gotta say.
Who are you picking?
Well, I'm picking Chiefs, but I think Travis Kelce is going to propose to fucking Taylor Swift.
See, Doug, my wife said the same thing.
Hello, Mrs. Glenn.
He's going to
Doug said hi. Dave said hi.
Hey,
Other thing is, I think Travis Kelce may propose. I hope he breaks his neck while he does it. But after they win the Super Bowl, I think he's going to walk away and retire.
Yeah.
And
you want to join his brother on the podcast?
Him the question at the interview. He said, "You never know what happens."
That is true.
So,
and then also, the Chiefs dynasty will end because Andy Reid is going to retire afterwards.
I got some bad news. Andy Reid said he'll be back for next season. Which I don't know.
Well, maybe he'll eat too many hamburgers and he'll die too.
You can tell Travis is late today. Which reminds me.
My score is 38-35 for the Chiefs.
Oh, wow. So you got more high scoring, but close like I have. But since you said the Eagles fan base is trash, because we've been seeing all the videos over the last few weeks, there's actually a bar in Philadelphia that is run by Chiefs fans called the Chiefs Bar, I think. You know, it's for mostly Kansas City fans in that area. They are closed tomorrow because they are afraid that if the Eagles win, the bar will be destroyed. I hate to tell you this, who own that bar. If the Eagles win, they're going to destroy the bar because, you know, it represents Kansas City. If Kansas City wins, the bar will be destroyed because the Eagle fans will want to take out their frustration. I hope your insurance is paid up.
Yeah.
Who does Rosie have?
Rosie has the Eagles. And I asked her if she wanted to change her score because of how high it is. I think this might be, if it is anywhere close, maybe the highest scoring Super Bowl ever. She has Eagles 52, Chiefs 42.
I would say this. I would say this right now. If that's the score, just give her the PSN card because I don't think I've ever seen that many points combined in a Super Bowl. Unless you're playing Madden.
I'm about to look up the highest Super Bowl points ever.
Dave, who do you have?
The Eagles. My 38-35. The Eagles.
Oh, wow. So there you go on that.
Super Bowl score. Damn. Hold on. For a single team, the Super Bowl points recorded is still held by that incredible 49ers team of the 80s.
No,
Joe Montana's Joe Montana's fourth and final championship is the San Francisco was a 55-10 blowout against the Denver Broncos. 55-10. That's the highest score ever made in the Super Bowl history.
Oh, wow.
55-10.
Well, look who you played.
You played a bad
The
Broncos
Broncos.
team, yeah.
No, this was the night. It was against the Broncos. John Elway.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'm going to be doing my next stream in a little bit, guys. It is the Titans that I've been coaching this year playing the Lions. So either Kirk Cousins will win his Super Bowl, which that is something I wanted to point out. Somebody actually did a little bit of research and digging. Any team who's lost to Kirk Cousins during the season has not won the Super Bowl. And
Oh, so
unfortunately,
the Eagles lost?
the Eagles lost to Kirk Cousins early in the year, remember, because we all made fun of the Eagles because they blew that game. So that's
What's
the
going
Eagles.
on, man?
So if the Eagles lose, it's because of that.
The Kirk Cousins curse.
The Kirk Cousins curse, yes. But let's just see, since I'll be playing the Detroit Lions in my Super Bowl thing coming up, let's see who's on their roster, shall we, that I will be having to face off. Just for shits and giggles, because I know we're just shooting the shit right now, because, well, you know, and all that. Something I wanted to talk about, because everybody wanted my opinion, because some of them did not watch my stream this past Saturday from the Rumble, or any streams after that, because people wanted my opinion of the Rumble. So, if you liked the Royal Rumble, you may want to just tell me now to go fuck myself.
Go fuck yourself. Don't play.
So here we go. Women's Royal Rumble. By the way, the Lions have Jordan Love as the quarterback. Here's the thing.
Hey!
I'm not surprised Charlotte Flair won, because I was almost everyone kind of figured that out. And I think the fans were happy at first, because, hey, you know, Charlotte came back, you know, won. But then it hit them. And I already knew this to begin with. Either A, Charlotte's going to face Rhea Ripley again, which I don't think they're going to do that. B, she's going to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship again,
No.
which is not going to happen. Or C, and it's what probably was what's going to happen, she's going to challenge Tiffy. So we're going to see Battle of the Blonde Bimbos, as somebody would call them. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Now here's the thing. Charlotte Flair can actually beat her dad in two things: winning a lot of championships and getting the most divorces.
Damn. Because we're kind of lot.
Yeah, he did. Here's the thing, though. I kind of wish WWE would have just changed plans on that one. I think, you know, it would have been better off if he did Io Sky, you know, or even Liv Morgan, I would have been okay with. Hell, Alexa Bliss, who got a break pop, probably the best pop of the Women's Rumble. If you would have had her with it, that would have been, everyone would have been happy. I know everyone's like, well, Nikki Bella. No one cared about Nikki Bella, okay? She didn't.
Why should that?
I'm going to say this with Nikki Bella. The only reason she ever got pushed was because she was John Cena's tit toy for a few years, okay? Other than that, she's not talented, sorry.
The best one wasn't even Nikki, it was Brie. That was the best one.
Brie was the better wrestler. And what makes me more mad, you had Mickie James there watching the Rumble. I think if Mickie James was in the Rumble, fans would have probably popped at 30 more. I know everyone's like, well, Jordan Grace was a surprise. No, if you would watch the thing, you know, whether if you watch the thing where Triple H was announced as the first inductee into the Hall, they even mentioned that Jordan Grace has signed with WWE, and she was most likely making her debut as an official WWE roster star at the Rumble. But I give the Women's Royal Rumble a 2 out of 5. Wasn't the worst Women's Royal Rumble, but it was highly disappointing, particularly when it got to the final three, because you know Nia Jax wasn't going to win it because she just had a run with SmackDown Championship, and she just lost to Rhea Ripley at main event. And as much as it would have been cool to see the Prodigy Perez win it and see what they do with that as a storyline, I knew they weren't going to give it to her, but hey, she did become the Iron Woman, staying in the longest as graduates to her. By the way, she's actually going to be on Monday Night Raw this week for a spot at the Elimination Chamber. So she's probably getting caught up. Well, no, she's not facing Bayley. Bayley's facing Vicarious. I don't remember who Perez is facing.
Lyra, yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. Now, how did everyone else feel about the Women's Royal Rumble?
The women's?
Yeah, women's, because we're going in order.
I think it was better than the men.
I can understand that.
She's gonna face
She's going to face Tiffany.
Raquel
No, he-
Rodriguez. That's
he's
who
looking-
she faces. He
He's
faces
looking up the
Raquel.
one match that was announced yesterday on one of the WWE YouTube
Yeah.
shows.
So he's
Dave,
facing Raquel Rodriguez in a qualifying match for the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Oh.
Dave, how did you feel about the Women's Royal Rumble?
It's been better.
Could have been better. I agree. All right, next match was the tag team title 2 out of 3 falls. And I'm going to say this, a lot of people got heat on me for this. I gave that a 1 out of 5. And it's not anything to do with the wrestlers. The wrestling-wise, the match was good. The problem was the ending was kind of weak because you had the Street Profits turn heel and then beat up DIY, So it's like, okay, so are they tweeners or they just hate everybody? And it felt like the match itself never got out of first gear. Maybe it's because I know the Machine Guns, they all older. I hate to say this, and the fans, if you watch that match, go back and if you haven't, the fans were quiet most of that match. It was like the most quiet out of the 4 matches. It's like the fans they didn't care for it.
Yep.
I would say probably the most disappointing match of the whole card was that, unfortunately, and that's sad because both teams can go, but it just felt like they never got out of first gear. So there's that.
You know that spot? You know that spot where Johnny tagged in Ciampa? That was a bot that wasn't supposed to happen. They had a talk in before. They had a talk in a second what to do next because they botched that move. You know what? He got tagged and the ref said he didn't get tagged or some shit. That bot, that was a bot. You know the part. You know what I'm talking about, right? That bot.
Botchamania.
Where, yeah. They did a tag team match. The guy stabbed his head, but the ref said it went through, but it didn't go through. But yeah, I gave that one. It could have been better. So I gave it a 2. It could have been a lot better.
All right, Travis, what about you for the men's tag title match? But a match that did execute very well was the men's ladder match for the heavyweight championship. Cody Rhodes beat
Yes,
Kevin
it
Owens.
did.
That was a great match. I got to give both guys credit. They took a lot of dangerous stunts with the ladder, including that Alabama slammer that Kevin Owens took. That was brutal. A lot of the moves hurt my back. I give that a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. If I could, I would give that shit 6 out of 5.
Yeah. Oh, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because, I think the only reason I don't give it a 5, and it's because of the fact of I went in there thinking Kevin Owens really wasn't going to win. Personally, I think if Kevin Owens would have won, I would have gave it a 5 just for the shock value.
And then him to come out the next night
Next night, it cost
to
Sami.
do what he did to Sami Zayn, that takes
Yeah,
balls.
That takes balls.
Yeah.
I give him props on that. I wasn't expecting KO back for a while. But congratulations to Cody. He will be going to WrestleMania as the champion. But how do we? So
John
I think we
Cena.
can say,
John
yeah,
Cena.
John Cena.
They
Because
about to
Cena's
beat,
probably.
he bought their heel.
Cena's gonna win at the Chamber, but
they're not gonna have Cody and John Cena face, right? One of them have to turn heel, right?
They can do face and face.
You can do
It hasn't
face
been
and
done in
face.
a long time.
Yeah, I'm trying to
It's
remember the last.
WrestleMania, so that's like the only time they could do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Now,
remember the last
I-
time we saw face versus face.
I think
Now,
the last
do we-
time was face versus face wasn't
The
Orton a
champion.
face when he fought Cena?
Roman
No.
and Brock.
No, because Brock's always been considered a heel by most.
Taker and Triple H?
Maybe.
Nah, they were face.
I'm trying to remember what was the main event that was a face versus face.
Or Taker and Shawn Michaels?
The Rock
Ta-
and Stone Cold. It's
Taker and Michaels.
Like the old.
Oh no, all time. What was the last Mania match that was face versus face? I think it was Taker and
look it up.
Shawn.
Because the only time
Last-
Taker was really heel was when he did the whole like American Badass thing, kind of.
Face
In Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah, but that was
Wrestle.
that was
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The last
So
time a face-to-face match between two faces took place with WrestleMania 18, where The Rock faced John Cena.
wow.
That's the only time.
Damn. Okay.
28,
What-
28, 29?
Oh yeah, that's when they both looked at their fans and all that stupid shit.
Yeah.
John Cena's like, I gotta lose.
So there's that.
Who won that?
Rock won the
think
first
The
match.
Rock
Cena
did.
won the second.
That's
Then The Rock
right.
had a hernia. He had a hernia. He hurt himself during that match in Miami or some shit. He got
Yeah.
injured or some shit. I don't know.
Now time to the men's Royal Rumble, which a lot of people originally hated me for saying it was giving it a low score, but then when I gave my explanations, wow, a lot of people apologized saying, Doug, that actually, you kind of have a point. But first off, Men's Royal Rumble was trash because no surprises at all. And if somebody says, oh, Joe Henry, no, we all knew Joe Henry was entering it weeks ago.
I believe in Joe Henry.
Because that was talked about for like 2 or 3 months ago that, he's going to enter the Rumble. I can't say AJ because, a lot of people pinned it he would be back in time for Mania season. So the question was, when was he going to make his return, Rumble Elimination Chamber? That's one reason I would say was bad about the Men's Rumble. No freaking surprises. 2 returns. 2. I just got to say the botch that happened with McIntyre and everything that happened, that was not good.
It was LA Knight that did it too.
Remember I Show Speed?
I Show Speed, that was stupid. I felt sorry for Tozawa. Because I'd ask who the fuck
too.
I'd had to figure out who the fuck is I Show Speed because I never heard of the fucker. Until I will say this: he took a good.
He started crying.
Oh, no wonder. He did take a nasty spill, though. I'll give him that. He took that like a champ. What makes me sad, though, is he is the first. He actually got it as an elimination. Because he teamed up with Braun to eliminate Otis. That pissed me off so much. I'm like, Otis got jobbed out.
And then Roman got beat up by Braun Breaker. And Braun,
which, gets me to like the finals. I know a lot of people are mad. I was happy Jay won. I know a lot of people are happy for Jay because they say he didn't injure anybody. He watched a lot of matches last year. Hey, that's fine. I'm sure I can masturbate every day, but no one's gonna give me credit for that, so I don't care. Here's the thing with Jay winning. 1, we just saw him lose to Gunther at Saturday night's main event, correct? So it's like you're giving him another shot at Gunther again because you've already made it plainly clear he's not going after Cody. So, and he's already lost to Gunther one other time, and Gunther was IC champion. So either A, you're being predictable and Jay wins it so he can finally beat Gunther, or B, Gunther's going to lose. Gunther's going to win, and then it makes Jay Uso look like an idiot. So and most likely they're going to go with Jay wins, which personally I don't know if he can carry that title, because here's the next issue, and this is one everyone's been telling me, oh, Jay Uso's like Daniel Bryan or Kofi Kingston, this is going to be a great moment from WrestleMania. Let me just look at those 2 things real quick. First, Daniel Bryan's Mania moment when he beat Orton and Batista. Does anybody remember how that ended?
Then he had to retire that match because he got beat up by Kane in the steel steps.
He had to forfeit the belt because he ended up getting injured again, and the run was not even that good because he was feuding with Kane that whole time. And then Kofi, which, hey, I love Kofi, but the only thing anybody remembers about Kofi's win over Daniel Bryan is how it ended when Brock Lesnar beat him in less than 30 seconds. Because no one else remembers any of his other title defenses. Now, that's not on Kofi. That's on the writers and everything, but, not something I would really want to be compared to those 2. One, a title reign that never got started, and then one title reign that ended in less than 30 seconds. By the way, Kofi never got his rematch. So there's that. Plus, here's the thing. Knowing what we might know for Mania right now, unless plans change, you mean to tell me that's going to be a main event Mania match on night 1 or 2 over Cody and Cena, Punk, Roman, and Seth, or the women's match, whoever Charlotte does face? Yeah, I hate to say this. This will be one of the few times I'm going to say this. I think Charlotte would have more main event draw than Jay. Now, the next thing, I said this, I don't like that Y award. I kind of compare it to the What Chance, which apparently most of these younger fans don't know what I mean by that. But Travis, Dave, and anyone watching, if you're an old wrestling fan, you remember those What Chance. They were fun at first, but then after a while, it kind of got old and probably should have been stopped. Because it did get annoying and to the point where it actually made me mute the television. That's how I feel when I hear that "yet" word. I get annoyed. It's like, we don't need to be doing it every 2.5 seconds. So there's that. Now, people have asked me, well, Doug, if you didn't think Jay should have won, who have you picked? Now, I'm not going to say Cena should have won, because I can understand, if the story is to have him win at Chamber, fine. But let me just give you some other people I think would have been better off and the reasoning why. By the way, I gave the Men's Royal Rumble a 1 out of 5. Drew McIntyre. I think he should have won for this reason. Yes, I know he won a Rumble a few years back, but remember, he got screwed out of his WrestleMania moment because it was during the COVID era. He never got that Mania moment of winning the title in front of a live audience. Because remember, he beat Brock Lesnar for that. He never got his true Mania moment. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, he won the world title from Seth last year. Can we be honest here for a minute? Him winning the belt from Seth was not the storyline that was important. It was continuing the feud with him and Punk. The title was secondary, unfortunately. I hate saying that, but that's what it felt like to me. Next, CM Punk. What's the one thing Punk's never had that he's wanted?
A title shot.
No, a WrestleMania main event spot. Remember, that's the one thing he's never had that he's always wanted. I felt this would have been the perfect time to do it. You could have had him versus Cody, him versus Gunther, and people would have wanted to see that. Seth, I know some people are surprised I mentioned Seth, but hey, Seth could get the one thing he's never done yet since Cody's return. Remember, he's never beat Cody. So that would have been, hey, Seth finally gets his win. Roman, I was like, hey, we could have that third match, and this time since Roman's face, there won't be as much bullshit. And then I said, just for shits and giggles, somebody actually said Logan Paul. I said, no, that would have failed miserably. But if you wanted to go with the ultimate heat magnet, that would have been, he would have get booed out of the building, would have been the best heel of all time. I even said Dom would have been a good choice just because of all the heel heat he would get for challenging Cody. And then I said it would be funny if he would have won and challenged Cody, because then, man, think, he would be the most hated wrestler of all time. But I know that's me. Then I even said, if you wanted to push a new guy to the main event and I didn't want it to be Jay, why not make it up the Samoan Werewolf? Because it always seems like you're pushing him to be the next main event guy. And I actually like him, because I liked him in his indie days. So I thought that would have been cool. But, I know some people are like, oh, Jay's unpredictable. Not really when you think about it. If you go back through all of last year, they've been kind of hinting that he was going to be a main event star. You were just trying to figure out how would it be, Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble. They gave you the breadcrumbs, but I know most wrestling fans don't follow breadcrumbs. They probably can't even. Who does he face?
Jimmy.
Because Jimmy's going to be U.S. Because rumor has it Jimmy's going to be U.S. champion. They may have Jimmy win the U.S. belt at Mania.
Who would he fight?
I mean, you could say Braun Breaker would be the only one I could think of, because they do have unfinished business there. And you could throw in Scott.
LA Knight's going to go heel.
LA
Knight's on SmackDown, though. We're talking about Raw.
Well, switch him.
Remember, most likely they're putting Jay on SmackDown, because remember, Cody, they're going to want the main championship, Cena or Cody, on Netflix for Raw. So I'm expecting or Jay to get moved to SmackDown after Mania. So let's say Jay goes to SmackDown or Gunther. You don't have a lot of heels on SmackDown. He would have to face all the new Bloodline members. He would have Nakamura to face. And LA Knight if he turns heel. And Drew McIntyre. Because Finn Balor's going to stay on Raw, I guess. Then, of course, there's any NXT guys who get called up. But, yeah, the Knight's been the one problem with Cody's run as well, I would say. Because I love Cody, but the issue's been he's been mostly stuck in the Bloodline still, even all of last year, more or less. But we shall see what they have for Chamber now. I will say this: if Cena doesn't win at Chamber, that's when I think he turns heel because he wants that last championship before he retires.
Yep.
So,
but will he come at? Will we hear the basic Thuganomics one last time too?
No, because the belief with wrestling fans, and they kind of teased it a bit when it was him versus Bray at Mania doing that week when there was no fans. Remember, they kind of had Cena dressed as the NWO, and he was acting like a Hollywood character. I think that's what they would do. They would have him become like a Hollywood Hogan. So in this case, Hollywood Cena, because he'd be like, "Hey, I'm a movie star. I don't need this. I'm just here to prove that I'm the best. I'm going to get that championship." And then he'll get a few other people to join him, and we'll have a new NWO that actually would not suck for the first time in a long time. Because then he'll win the belt, and then you would have to go through all these guys, to... Now, one thing I do find funny, and I'm going to just go to Joe Henry on this, and I don't like him. He wants to face John.
I do gotta off. I gotta go take care of my kids.
No problem, Travis. You have a good night, man. Thank you for joining us on your end on Twitch and all that. But Joe Henry does want to face Cena, so we'll see if that happens before the end of this year. But
yeah,
Dave, you have anything to say before we go?
Like,
peace, Travis.
I don't know. The chamber gonna be good though. Because CM Punk's in it, and so is John Cena, and I forgot who else was in it. Oh, Drew McIntyre's in it.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre. So you got a lot of heavy hitters. I know Roman's not in it because they're writing him off to get ready for Mania. So, but that is...
So we got injured.
Yep, that is the Super Bowl show, guys. I will be streaming about another 9 minutes to do the Super Bowl of the Titans. Well, I'm the coach taking on... the Lions. So give me a few minutes there, guys. But everyone on Dave's End, have a good night, and I will see you guys in a little bit.
Alrighty.